This feels very weird on me, but as I'm walking and you can hear cicadas and birds, I'm going to just record a video and upload it. But basically today was my graduation, and today was the first day of if you try to eat me or suck my blood, I'm gonna get you. But basically today was the first day of my graduation, like festivities. This is my graduation week, and today is the first day of Pride. So I wanted to tell a story. So I ended up crying because of my principal, because she got all choked up and stuff like that, and then I got emotional, and then from there I was crying over little things like how many seniors there were, and basically just crying in general. I remember I ran over to try to see where my mom was to get my phone, and obviously I couldn't go over there, so they were like, oh, what do you need? And I was like, my EpiPen, because that's the only thing of importance I could think of. And then I see you trying to eat my blood. Stop it, get off. Get off, no. Okay, so basically, yeah, I ended up going over to her. And then when I went back to my seat, I was like thinking about it, that I don't like my... Oh, Jesus. Sorry. That I don't like my mom too much. But she's not the worst. And it's still good that she was able to come and was there for me when I needed her. Even though she wasn't like the best, she was still there. So basically, I went after graduation was over. Everyone was told to get there at 12, and then we were seated down and stuff like that. People started coming late, but then it didn't actually start till 1. So the school had something up their sleeves. They were like, oh, we know people might be coming late and stuff like that, and we already know if people start rolling in late, they're not going to be able to do the procession and stuff like that. So basically they were one step ahead of us. My mom was going to show up at 11 a.m. to be there before 12, and I was like, oh, Mom, can you get my phone? It's like a whole hour that we're going to be waiting. And she was like, no, I'm not going all the way to get your phone. So I was like, okay, then fine. And then once I left at like 2:15 outside of the doors and stuff like that, maybe 2:20, I was walking out and I saw my teacher, Mr. Smith, because this school year we did distance learning. So it ended up being that I didn't actually see my teacher face to face, because when we ended up doing hybrid learning, I wasn't able to go back because I'm technically, even though I'm 18, I'm still like, a child. I still have to listen to my parents. So basically, I ended up like just staying and doing online. So I ended up, oh cool, cicadas. So I ended up just getting upset and stuff like that I couldn't see Mr. Smith. And then, come on. So I ended up crying when I saw my teacher. And then I was crying when I saw my friends. And then I ended up seeing my friend Alistair. We weren't really like good friends. They spent more time with the people that like bullied me or didn't like me, and I get that they were friends with them first, but they were still, friends with me. So due to transitioning, first Alistair's name was Kaylee. That's their birth name, the name that like they were born with, and then they ended up deciding or feeling as if they were actually like boys. So they started looking that up, doing research, trying to get like testosterone and stuff like that, and whatever. they ended up getting, like, doing stuff with their family. Their legal guardian is their grandma. So, their brother was never really, like, receptive, like, open to that, and really rude and bullied them about it. But basically, I knew what they were going through and stuff like that. I remember once at school, I didn't know how to word it, but it was a VPA parent night. VPA is Visual and Performance Arts. So basically, it was a VPA night, and my stepfather ended up taking me there, and I was drawing my friend Maggie in my sketchbook that she bought me, and she was like talking and stuff like that, and they were about to talk with a teacher, and then my stepfather looked over and was like, "Oh, who is that? Is that a guy? Is that a dude?" And I was like, "Yeah, his name is Lee," because that was the name Alistair was going at the time. And then I was like, "Oh," like talking to them and explaining it to them and explaining the people that was around Lee. So later, actually, the next day in class, I was really excited to tell Lee. I was like, "Oh, my stepfather, he came to VPA parent night and he asked if you were a dude, and he didn't even think you were a girl first. Like, he thought you were a guy, and they got really offended, and I wasn't sure why. They were like, I am a guy. And now looking back at it, now since my other transgender friend, Adrian, first name Ariana Edward Shue, she basically, he was like, "Oh, that's not how you word that," and I didn't know. So it's starting to get loud over here. I'm gonna go back. Shit. How these people? Fuck you. Fuck. Well, this cicada is not moving. Oh, okay, now you want to move. Okay, Jesus. But, cicada child. It's getting really louder, so I'm gonna stay more in the, like, cul-de-sac, like, house area of my neighborhood, where there's just people and not a lot of cars, because as I go closer to the main streets, there's gonna be cars. But there's a lot of cicadas next to the base of trees. I never really thought to look there. And since in certain parts of my area there's a lot of construction going on, it's killing the cicadas, because the cicadas only live like 2 feet under. So when you dig it up, you dig up cicadas and essentially, like, kill them and take away their living place, because then when they go to hide again, they can't hide anywhere. Woo. Oh. Okay, damn. It's damn you. But so basically, back to the graduation thing. The reason I ended up bawling out crying is because when I saw Alistair, I was remembering, like, their transition and stuff like that, and how long I've been friends with them. I've been friends with them since they were called Kaylee. So it was really emotional for me, because when he started talking, he didn't sound like Kaylee. He didn't sound like Alistair before testosterone. He sounded like, a girl, like a soft, feminine voice. Like, he tried to, like, change his voice and stuff like that the best that he could, but without testosterone, there's only, like, so much you can do. There's so much dead cicadas. Like, so much. And, like, I like cicadas as long as they don't try to stick their um, tongue inside of my skin. Because their tongues are not like mosquitoes. They can insert it into your pores because it's really, like, thin. It's not wide and thick like a cicadas because they're meant to be able to pierce. They're meant to be able to pierce tree bark. So anyway, yeah, I ended up bawling out crying because at first I haven't seen any of my friends in a long time, and I was already crying and upset and stuff like that because I'm an extrovert. I really like being with people. I'm really Jesus. But I'm really like loud and hyper and annoying. So when I saw them, I was happy to see them again because even if I was just around my classmates or people who bullied me or didn't get along with me, at least I was around people. I don't know where that's coming from. I want to go a different direction than that. Maybe like uphill. But so basically, oh, there's another one. Hello. Would you like to go on me? Come on. Come on. So basically, I as soon as Alistair opened his mouth and said hi and was like, "Hi, Asana, how are you?" I started bawling out crying because I was just shocked. Like, for me, I knew that they obviously needed testosterone. They knew that they were a boy and were trying to get that, fixed. But for me, it was just the thing of, I haven't seen... Seriously? No, come back. Come back. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. But for me, basically, it was very, like... Also, I looked at my mom, and then I looked back because my mom, she's not as homophobic as she used to be, and by all means not as transphobic as she used to be, but she still is, and she's still working on becoming better. But I wanted to, like, see or know my mom's reaction. And all she did is pull Alistair's grandma aside and talk to her a little. So, basically, yeah, that's why I ended up crying so much. And I wanted to share this story because it's the first day of Pride. And I just wanted to say that for all of you people transitioning, trying to, hiding that you're transgender, just buying the opposite gender clothes and trying to wear them to bring yourself comfort. I say that there's going to be people like me or who are supportive, even if you have friends that bully me, Alistair. But basically, I hope that there are supportive people. And yeah, that was just a story I wanted to tell. Probably gonna have more stories. I was gonna do a story every day, but I don't think I can think of that many stories. I mean, of course I have other things to say. I could say, like, my thoughts and stories. If you keep calling up me, I am not a tree. I'm not a tree. Your name is Sarah. Sarah, get off of me. Sarah, get off. Sarah, but I hope that more people are supportive and more people start to learn how to be supportive and not to be rude. Say bye, Sarah. Sarah, say bye.